we're jumping into this. So, we're talking about the 25 digital things that you should be decluttering in 2025. So, is your phone full of junk? Your inbox is overflowing? Your desktop a chaotic mess? Well, let me guess, because I know you're probably stressed and feeling overwhelmed and probably don't even know where to begin in getting rid of that, or you're not even thinking about it as something that needs to be decluttered. But what have I told you that in just 7 days, we can transform your digital life into a clean, organized, and luxe space without spending a dime? That's right, without spending a dime. Now, stick with me because today I'm diving into 25 digital things that you should be decluttering in 2025. And I'm kicking off the 7-day digital digital decluttering challenge just for you. So, if you're just joining me for the first time, my name is Ayana Peterson, the Thrifting Diva. And on this channel, we talk about how we can live a luxe lifestyle on a budget. And one of the things I wanted to start doing in 2025 is literally decluttering every space, every part of my life. And I figured I will start easy and make it up to the harder things in life, like probably my closet. So, we're talking about digital decluttering. And so, if you've ever felt buried under endless emails, if you check your email inbox right now, probably try to figure out how many unopened emails you have, or you've just come to the point where you just don't even check those junk emails anymore, duplicate photos, apps we're not using, then this live is for you. Today, we're walking through some of the most common digital items that you absolutely should be decluttering in 2025. And most importantly, we're going to talk about why it's so critical to your mental health, your productivity, and overall a luxe lifestyle. And here's the best thing about this. I'm launching the 7-day digital decluttering challenge tomorrow. Yeah, that's right, January 2nd. Let's get into 2025 starting tomorrow. And each day I will focus on one area of digital decluttering so that it will help you not make it so overwhelming, so that you can feel like you got this. And when you accomplish this, you can move on to the other things in life that we know we're just putting in the back and saying we'll get to it another day. I am all in for trying to make things as easy and as inexpensive. So I'm not going to be trying to push any expensive apps for you to do this. These are things that should not cost you a dime. It will cost you some time and your patience, but at the end of the day, you will gain back much more in time when you are able to find things quickly and go through your life without wondering, what's in that folder? Where's that folder? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so why does digital decluttering matter? Because you are going to see tons of videos in the next month about 2025 and cleaning your closet, cleaning the kitchen, cleaning the room, the bedrooms, the laundry room. All those things are absolutely important. But I'm going to try to convince you why digital decluttering is absolutely important and that you should try to make this a focus in the beginning and then move your way up into things that's a little harder and things that's going to make you feel like, oh my God, I got this or I don't got this. Okay. And so let's talk about why it's important. Digital decluttering isn't just annoying, it's probably holding you back. Study shows that a cluttered digital space actually increases your stress, kills productivity, and drains your mental energy. So, plus, how can you embrace a luxe lifestyle when your desktop can look a mess? You can't find things on your phone. Your apps are draining the memory on your phone half the times that you have to delete things that you don't know if you're using or not. So, a lot of these things, if you're able to clear up the digital mess that we have, especially in 2025, where most of our life is on a digital forum at this point, right? Most of the things, we don't have a lot of mails coming to the house anymore in paper format. Hopefully you've turned off the paper format, but most of us do have a lot of our life on some type of digital forum, our phones, our computers. And so you want to absolutely make sure that if you're thinking of decluttering your life, you're looking for a luxe lifestyle, whether it be minimalist or maximalist, then digital decluttering should be one of those things that you're absolutely focused on. Okay, so what we are covering today. In today's live, I am going to share some of the top digital items you should declutter right now. We're going to talk about some tips on how to declutter them and the why it's worth the time to do this, especially as the new year has begun. Plus, I'll tell you exactly how you can join the 7-day digital decluttering challenge with me, all free, of course, and you're going to get some freebies on there. So stick around in this live, ask those questions that you think that others might be wanting to ask as well. Grab a pen and a paper. Hopefully you're off today. It's New Year's. Happy New Year's. 2025 is on us, and we want to start in a most productive way. So I'm glad that you're joining this live. So let's talk about some tips and examples of how to declutter your inbox. That inbox is it is probably one of the most, if we want to be honest with ourselves, it is probably one of those places that you're seeing that number go up, up, and up, as in the number being how many unopened or new emails are in there. And before I got onto this live, I checked my Gmail inbox and I had over 1,000 emails that shows that it hasn't been read. Now, I'm not sure why I'm not deleting immediately. I don't know what it is that I'm just, I scan, I go to the email that obviously is not junk, it's meant for me. And then the rest of it, I just leave it. And about a year ago, I got an email from Google because I just thought, emails are infinite. I will have infinite amount of emails and space. And I got an email from Google saying that I had run out of space. And I was just like, what? Do we run out of email space? Yes, you do. Yes, we do. So one of the things I had to start doing was literally being intentional and focused on when I get emails, especially if they're junk emails, being able to put rules in place that I can have it automated, that it's deleted automated, or it goes into a different box in a automation, and being intentional about reviewing and prioritizing those emails that I need and deleting and removing the emails that I don't. So a cluttered inbox is a cluttered inbox is absolutely a productivity killer. It's overwhelming and makes it just very hard and important to find emails. It also can have us missing important emails. And that to me is probably the worst fear that I had, that oh my gosh, I could have some important emails in there, because we all know that is how we communicate in 2024. Well, now 2025, we communicate via emails. And that's as important as they come. I recently had my passport renewed, and I got an email from the passport agency that it was ready for pickup. I mean, through email. It wasn't through the mail. So if we have cluttered inboxes and we cannot get to the important emails quick enough, we really could be doing ourselves a disservice. So how do we move through decluttering the inbox? Well, you start by literally deleting those unread promotional items. Like, let's be real. That Victoria's Secret Black Friday sale is not going to be needed today. It's done. Black Friday is gone. Black Friday 2025 is going to have a different sale. So all those promotional items that we're receiving, we absolutely should be looking to go through and start deleting. What I normally do is I will do a search, like let's say it's Victoria's Secret. I will go into the search bar and have all the Victoria's Secret, and then I can mass delete with one click so that I don't have to go through one by one. But know which items are coming in as promotional items that you're not using anymore. And then focus on deleting or unsubscribing. And I know someone mentioned that they have too many subscriptions. It will take less than a second to unsubscribe. You scroll to the bottom of any of those emails, and there is always a box at the bottom that says if you don't want to receive these anymore, you could just go ahead and click there. Take maybe 10 minutes out of the day today and say, let me unsubscribe 4 to 5 different, things that's coming in that I signed up once and I don't use, I don't read, and I don't necessarily care about anymore. So there's a pro tip here. You can use a tool like unroll.me to make it faster. And trust me, it works. It takes less than a second to do this. You just go in and you put in the email address and they will do the work for you. So that is unroll, UNROLL.me, and that will make it faster to delete and unsubscribe from those promotional items that you really don't use anymore. Now, tip day 1 of our challenge is going to be dedicated to inbox decluttering in the 7-day challenge. And we'll tackle this together with some more tips for you. But let me just let you know, tackling the inbox is the number one thing you should be getting at in 2025. And I promise you, you will feel like a lighter load when you are able to get a handle of that inbox. All right, any questions? Let me know, and I'm going to push through. The other big digital item that we really, really want to focus on, and this was a big one for me, is clearing out photos and videos. Now, in this day and age, especially if you're an influencer or you're someone who's always on your phone, or you take a lot of pictures of the grandkids or of your kids, or you're just simply someone who loves taking photos and videos, that becomes clutter nightmare. But the reason why we want to do that also is because the photos and videos take up a lot of space. And let me know if you've been one of those persons that have tried to go take you try to go take a photo or a video and you get that sign out of space. Photo storage is eating up, or the video storage is eating it up. Now, yes, you can get you could get storage with, you could pay for more storage. Yes, you can buy a phone that already has more storage on it. Yes, but at some point, if you don't delete and organize that digital clutter, you're going to you're going to get back to the same situation you're in. So you have to really take an inventory of that. And that can take a little longer than just going in and unsubscribing, because you kind of go down the memory lane. But maybe you set a timer and you go back in a certain time. Like, let's say I'm going to clear up the 2024. You're going to take out those duplicate photos. You're going to take out those blurry photos that you know for a fact you're never going to post anywhere, because it's just not going to end up in the atmosphere of your great photos. Dedicate 15 minutes to go through your gallery. Focus on deleting duplicates, screenshots, and old memes you don't need. Now, I am definitely raising my hand as a person who have way too many memes, because when you find it, you laugh immediately, and then you're just like, oh my gosh, I have to do this. I have to send this to someone. You send it to someone and then it's done. You don't ever go back to it. So take that time to really clear out those photos and videos. And just let me let you know, videos take up a lot of space. I mean, those are talking about gigabytes at times, okay? So if you don't need them, you need to start removing them. And this is even talking to those who have purchased, and I am one of those. I've purchased extra storage on the cloud. I've purchased on Google and Apple, and I've still run out of space because I end up putting too many, duplicate photos that I'm just like, listen, this is blurry. I'm never going to use this. I've edited the ones I want. Then the whole batch of those others, 91 for one picture, I'm talking to someone out there, you don't need them. So make sure that you take the time, maybe 15 minutes a day, and then kind of go through each month and remove until. So if we do it 12 months, right? If you say, let me just do 2024, that's 12 months, that's 12 15-minute blocks, you will be able to clear that out in less than a month. So go ahead and start working on clearing out those photos and videos. And on day 2 of our 7-day challenge, we'll be organizing our photo library so it's clean and ready for 2025. And I'm going to give more tips in the challenge on how we can do this. Now, Another thing that you can do to clear out and the digital clutter in 2025 is uninstall those unused apps. How many of us have downloaded an app or an app for a store that was giving that 15% off, and you're like, okay, I'll download it so I could get the 15% off, and you've never ever gone back to the app ever again? That takes up, once again, a lot of storage space, a lot of memory on your phones. It could be on your computer. Remove those. Unused apps clutter your home screen and often track your data in the background, which, I'm not sure if you needed that, if you wanted that 15% off that Express jeans. Okay. So, how you're going to do this is you're going to scroll through your phone and delete anything you haven't used in the last 6 months, then organize what's left into folders. Because if you haven't used it in 6 months, is it something you really need? Now, I'm going to say that for me, if you need it again, and it's something that you use maybe twice a year, then reinstall it when you need it. But in the meanwhile, you don't need apps just tracking you if it's not something you really need. And so on day 3 of our 7-day challenge, we're going to focus on apps and decluttering and organizing them to make your phone a tool, not a distraction, and your computer to look luxe, especially the desktop. Because most of your apps, when you download it, end up really right there in the desktop. And sometimes it's just not necessary. Okay, we're going to also be organizing our desktop. And that is one of the things that I did first when I decided to do this digital declutter. Because I would open up my desktop to begin working, and I would just see my desktop became literally looking like a trash can. There was things all over. There was no type of organization. It wasn't clear, and I just did not feel ready to work. It almost kind of stuck, I almost felt I don't know what's the right word, but I just felt when I opened up my desktop and I would see all this digital and the files and things in folders, not in folders. It was just everywhere, and I did not like that. And it's super overwhelming, and for me, it definitely slowed me down. But I could tell that I was overwhelmed because I didn't want to move on to the next step once I would see it. So we're going to be creating folders for different categories, work, personal, etc. And we're going to drag folders and things into the appropriate spots, leaving only the essentials on our desktop. And when I did this, I'm telling you now, it was amazing. Like, I felt ready to work. Every time I would come to the desktop, I was like, yes, beautiful. And so one of the things I did, I also created a new wallpaper for myself because I was like, I need this beauty, this luxe space to look luxe even on my desktop. And if you're joining the 7-day digital declutter challenge, you're going to get 3 gorgeous wallpaper that will help you just see how a beautiful and decluttered desktop back wallpaper would look like on the desktop. I'm telling you, it's the small things that allow us to, it's the small thing that really allows us to just appreciate what luxe living is, and a beautiful wallpaper design that did not have 1,000 things on there was absolutely amazing. Thrifting Atlanta, you already received your wallpaper, and I'm glad you love it. And the quotes, yes, that motivational quote it definitely pushes me more than the pure background. It's not a picture. It's just something to get us in that mode and mood to get ready to tackle the next thing. So thank you for letting us know you received it and that you liked it. Okay, so we are walking through 25 things that we need to do for decluttering, and I just want to go back in here. Sorry, I'm just pulling up my notes. I don't want to miss anything. We are talking also social media and contacts. Okay, so I'm going to go back 1 second. I have my notes here things that I didn't want to miss. We talk apps, and I'm also going to talk about software. Like we want to remove software trials or apps that you downloaded but just never used, and games that's taking up storage but not being played. So a lot of us end up, when in this day and age, a lot of things, pique our interest and we download and we move on and download and we move on. So we're going to go through those things in this digital declutter and remove the things that we're really not using anymore, because why have it on the computer, on a desktop, on our phone if we're not using it? And it's also, as I said, it's taking up so much of that space that, you realize that why am I paying extra for the cloud storage or these different things if I'm not using these things? And that takes me to another big group of digital clutter. That is decluttering our cloud storage. Now, cloud storage it really can get expensive. I refused to buy any more cloud storage at the end of last year, which was like last week, when I got that notice from Apple that I had run out of a terabyte of storage. And I was just like, okay, Ayana, enough. You need to do some work on the cloud storage, because here's the thing, right? With cloud storage, what it did for the immediate solving of a problem for me a few months back was that it will pull everything. So I didn't have to do any intentional decluttering. I didn't have to do any intentional movement of things. It's just that once my cloud was on, it will just sync whatever is in my photos. It will sync whatever were in documents, and it just moved everything. However, because I wasn't already decluttering what's on my phone and on my laptops, it was pulling everything, including trash. Let's be real. Why did I need 30 of the same images of me taking pictures of myself and a selfie where I'm just like, You know what I'm talking about. So I did not need that. But the cloud storage pulled everything. And within probably 6 months, I ran out of storage. Now I'm not paying anymore. Like we do not need to pay anymore, especially if I'm not doing my part. Apple's doing its part. It's pulling and it's syncing. But I'm not doing my part by clearing up and making sure that my cloud storage has exactly what I need, because it's just taking the problem from the desktop to that, and then it's going to send me that email saying, hey, for $49.99 a month, we can upgrade your storage. And they know what they're doing. They know that this is what most of us do. So what I want you to do in this is that we are going to sort the files by sizes or date to find and delete the biggest or oldest items that you just no longer need. And those are easy to do, right? You just go to the top, you click by date. And if it's something from 2004 that was a picture of a tree that you saw while you were backpacking, then do you still need it? Or is it time to let it go? And most importantly, going through and making sure we do that. Now, that's going to take time, especially if you're a person like me who had, as I said, a terabyte of storage, and that I ran out because I was not doing the proper work in actually organizing what was on my phone and my desktop before it went into cloud. So we are going to be doing that in our challenge as well, in where we are going to be all about the Day 5 is going to be all about our iClouds. We'll tackle this together with some easy tips to save space and money. Now, I hope that while you're watching this, that you're going to be able to say, I think this digital declutter is for me. I think I'm a person that this will benefit. One, it is absolutely free to join. Two, you get the accountability of others doing it. And I found myself that when I feel that there are other people in this challenge, in any challenge with me, who feel the same overwhelmed feeling that I'm, and looking for strategy, practical tips, practical advice, it makes me want to show up, not only for myself, but for them in some way. And I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, right? If it was a challenge, it would not be called a challenge if it was easy. But I do think that it is something that's going to set us up for being able to do the harder challenges down the road, especially if we are looking to create a luxe lifestyle. And to me, a luxe lifestyle has to be you have to incorporate organized systems. Your things need to look not only Luxe, but they need, and that Luxe for me, that Luxe feeling is about clarity. It is about being able to go onto your desktop and find a file in 2, 3 minutes, not, I'm sorry, 2, 3 seconds, not minutes, so that you can move on with and be productive. And so if you have a system, if you don't have these types of systems, then being able to tackle the harder things like your closets, your bathroom, your laundry room, and all these different places that we tend to say, oh, you know what, I'm going to jump in and I'm going to organize my life, then it's going to be a little harder. So I want small wins to be able to push myself. I want to feel like I got this. And so doing this 7-day digital declutter challenge is one of those small places that I feel like I can win and feel motivated to move to the next, a little increasing harder. Okay. Tyler says it takes her forever to find files. And Tyler, that is probably where we are going to, it's definitely doable to be able to change that. It should not take us that long. And especially if you're someone who is an influencer or YouTuber, you're putting up things on social media, being able to find and move on to things without wasting the time on finding a file is just so important. I'm in the military and we have what we call share drives, right? So we have to be able to find files not only for what we're working on, but for things that happened 2, 3 years ago to be able to incorporate into our advice that we're giving. And I'm going to use that type of mentality for my home, right? I don't have a share drive because other people are not on and other people are not getting into my files, but I need to be able to get into my files quickly. And if you're a person who struggle to find files, or you just, it takes a day to find it and come back, or you just don't know, then this digital declutter is absolutely for you, because I'm going to show you how you can, one, declutter and then find and create a system that works for you, that moving forward, you don't fall back into the same situation you were. So if you're all about joining this digital declutter challenge, let me know in the comments so I can send you the sign up. And it is free. It is free to sign up. And we are starting tomorrow. Like, we're not wasting time. January 2nd, we jump off and we are going to go right into it. Now, I'm going to recap really quickly, especially if you're a person who you're not able to commit to the 7-day challenge, but you want to be able to figure out, like, what are the things that I should be looking to declutter when we say digital declutter. So it's 25 digital things, and I'm just going to list it out. But if you join the challenge, you will be able to get assistance, a checklist, and definitely specific tips on how to get through each of these. Now, they're grouped into different areas. I just grouped them, and so if you see me looking off, it's my cheat sheet. And so here are the 25 digital things to declutter, organized into categories to make tackling them easier. And so files and documents, which will include old unused files, cluttering your desktop, duplicate files saved in multiple locations. You know, that download plus the desktop plus the documents. Yep, I know, because I've been there. Obsolete documents like old resumes, outdated contracts, things that literally mean absolutely nothing to you in 2025. Screenshots you no longer need. I did not realize just how many screenshots I take. I screenshot everything. Like, I don't know why. Like, I am one of those people. Let me know. This is off tangent, but like, if I order something and, at the end it says your order confirmation and here's your number, I will screenshot that even though they're sending me an email. I have no idea why I do that, because I'm always like, nah, I need my receipts. Why? After I've gotten that item, I don't need the screenshot, nor do I need that email, right? Especially if I'm not sending it back. So things like that. And PDF downloads you just forgot to delete. Then there's, so that's 5 there. Photos and videos, we're going to talk about blurry or duplicate photos you no longer need. Screenshots in your photo gallery, because sometimes it's duplicate in the photos and it sits on your files folder. Unused or redundant video clips. Photos of random things you saved just in case, and meme collections that just no longer brings you joy. Like, you're just like, I've seen this meme 7,000, but I can also find it on Google because it's so popular. And that's 10 there. Then we're jumping into emails. So, emails in your inbox you've already read or you literally no longer need. Spam or promotional items. And as I remember, scroll up if you did not get, but um, unfollow.me is a great pro tip so that you can make the unsubscribing process quick and easy. Old email attachments you've already downloaded and email subscriptions you never read, unsubscribe while you're at it. Okay? And then that's 14. Apps and software is another category. 15 is apps you haven't opened in over 6 months. I had so many of those that I was very happy when I was able to gain back a lot of storage and memory space. Software trials or apps you've downloaded but you really didn't use in the end. Outdated or unused browser extensions. How many of us know that after you have downloaded the app, you don't need the extensions anymore if you're not using it. So we can get rid of those, giving us back memory and space. And games taking up storage, but you don't play them. Okay, and so that's 18. And then in big category, social media and contacts. Oh my goodness, this was the hardest one for me. So you have accounts you no longer use, delete or deactivate them. You can unfollow accounts that don't add value or inspire negativity. Friends or contacts you haven't interacted in eons, and outdated or unused contact information on your phone. I was doing this part, and my husband and I, as I said, I'm in the military, and we have moved about 7 times. And every time he's moved, he's had a different job. And in my contacts under him, I still had his job number from when we were in our first duty station, which was over 18 years ago. I don't need that. Like, honestly, I don't need it. I need to, those are the things I'm saying. Digital declutter is just as important as decluttering that closet. And so, if we start with understanding how this clutter affects our mental being, our productivity, and just our luxe lifestyle, our luxe space, we're going to see how quickly, if we take on this digital declutter challenge, just how you can take the same values, you can take the same lessons and move them into different areas of our lives. And then the last three digital items that should be decluttered in 2025 is unnecessary bookmarks in your web browser, files clogging your cloud storage, and unorganized folders. Merge and rename for clarity. Now, by addressing all of these, you'll be able to, one, free up storage for sure. You save money because, as I said, I am not purchasing one more gigabyte of extra iCloud storage. I don't need it. I absolutely don't. And the mental energy that goes into finding things when it's lost is just, it's draining. It is absolutely draining. So this digital declutter challenge is going to be able to start 2025 with, upping the mental energy, upping the abilities, upping. I just think that it's such an easy way of starting over because you just feel like a load is lightened off of your shoulder. So, in the digital declutter challenge, you will receive 3 beautiful wallpaper designs that will start you off in a way to get you ready for this challenge. It will also help you with, I will be producing and giving out some checklists to help you along the way, some pro tips on how you can make this happen in 7 days. And so it will also give you that push to do what we all know we need to do, but we've probably been pushing it in the back of our heads. So 2025 has begun. The Digital Declutter Challenge starts tomorrow, January 2nd. And if you are interested in joining, just go ahead and drop a me or the word digital in the comments so I can send you the free sign up. And with the free sign up, you immediately will get your wallpaper to go ahead. And if you're unable to join, at least come back to the channel, because while we're doing the 7-day channel, I will have videos on how we are progressing and what we're doing to get through those big areas that it can overwhelm for most. So I hope this was informative. It is a new year. I am energized. I am ready. I am ready to tackle every single space in my home this year, to just make it more luxe. And with luxe, I feel, for me, luxury is clarity. It's, a clear vision on anything, a clear space, a clear attitude, a clear ability to see. And it's had to start with my desktop. And so that's why I am launching this digital declutter challenge. And I hope you will join me and the others who are doing it. I am so excited for those who've already signed up and ready. January 2nd, we begin. And I look forward to sharing this knowledge. And if you have anything that you can add to this, please go ahead and leave that in the comments. Until next time, have a wonderful rest of your day. Happy New Year. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, like, and share this video for those who you think will find some value from it. Until next time, bye.